on chat with my amazing 7-time marathon running friend,
Hi,
Kareen.
everybody.
I feel like this is the time to put in a sound effect, like woo. All right, Kareen. So, I heard that you are now back into running. So, how's that going?
Yeah, so I've been following my Couch to 5K program. I'm starting from scratch and it's been great. I just get out the door after work and I run around this area and it's really beautiful. There's like a river and bridges and I just get to see like the sunset. It's really nice.
Actually, I think you do a fantastic job at keeping us in the loop too, where we get to see the bridges and the sunsets and everything. If you are not following Aloha Kareen, you really should because her stories and her posts are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you must go out there because you're just outside, like seeing the world, and you're like posting about it. And I'm over here like, I love my computer.
Oh, but I saw you posted a story with a workout. That looked exciting.
That's true. We have been trying to work out, and this is actually day 3, and I'm supposed to go outside and walk like a few miles, but I haven't done that yet. I'm probably going to do that later on. Oh, Philip McManus says aloha from Honolulu, and I will follow. Yes, follow her. I think Kareen, you're from Maui, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
Maui no Ko'oi.
yeah, local girl over here. So, yeah, definitely follow Kareen. She is showing everybody just how yeah, I love it because what it tells me is that you do take that moment to appreciate nature and whatever you're around. Sometimes you're like in a bookstore or like in a coffee shop, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you have such a good eye. Like I know that you're taking a photo of it because you appreciate how it looks, right?
Oh yeah, I'm such a visual person. I'm always on the lookout for something to photograph, and there's usually something to photograph around.
That is so interesting. That explains a lot because you're really good with like branding and graphics too. So I'm just like, wow, you must be really attuned to to visuals and graphics and things like making things very visually appealing. So that's awesome. I love that.
Yes, it's so much fun. It's like a passion.
I love that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's why we make a good team. I'm the opposite.
Really? I think you're a visual person, no?
I think I've improved significantly through the years, but naturally I am definitely not. I think I was and always will be an audio person. So
Ah,
I'm
that
really
makes
more of
sense.
yeah, so I'm actually like an audio thinker. So I think there's a lot of people that say like, oh, they're visual learners, or most people are visual learners. I don't know if that's entirely true either, because like I've just never been a visual learner either. Just nothing that pertains to visual. Like when things look crazy, I don't get bothered. Like things like that. So that's
Mhm.
why I know. But then when there's like sounds that are not clear or something, then I get really bothered. Oh, Pablo, what's up, Pablo? Yes, we're talking running. Are you a runner?
Yes.
Are you a
Pablo?
runner, Pablo? Oh no, we're gonna talk about running. Don't worry. We even have like a subject and everything. But yeah, so we actually have a thing going on with rest day. Oh, Pablo says I'm doing the LA Big 5K in November. What?
That's
That's
great.
awesome.
Is it
Hi,
virtual or
Peter.
in person?
A virtual run? Oh, like you're running? Thanks for the high
No,
five award. Thanks, Peter.
a lot of races have gone virtual. They're not in person anymore, due to what's happening right now, but there may be some in person. Oh, that's awesome.
Wait, how would you do the run
So
virtually? Do
I,
you
I
like
guess it's like honor system. You have to show proof that you ran the distance between certain dates and times. And I think you upload your info, and that's how you get your finisher certificate and medal if there is one. It's crazy. The whole running world has changed since. this has been happening, and a lot of races are virtual. Like the Great Aloha Run, actually next year, which is usually every February. I just learned that that is virtual for 2022. Yeah,
Wow.
what a bummer.
Well, if it's Hawaii, then I can see that.
Yeah,
It's extra scary out there. Yeah, I
yeah,
can see. Okay, so Pablo says, yeah, you do the run on your own time and then upload the run to them. Yes,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, Philip says, do you know the International Rec Running Group, Hash House Harriers? I found them all over the world.
I vaguely heard of them. Is that, do they like go out for a beer afterwards?
I do love the alliteration. English joke.
Yes, yep, I did
They
hear of
go out
them.
for beers afterwards.
There is a running group here that I'm trying to find out more info about. So, but
Oh,
I'm sure they're a lot faster than I am, though. So,
what? Wait, is it like that in the running community? Like, is it about like how fast you are and like does it, or is it like
I mean,
pretty?
ideally, there's people who run at your pace. I mean, otherwise, you're just by yourself, right? Or trying to keep up.
Oh no, it is rec.
Fun, recreational.
Fast and slow. Oh,
That's
nice.
nice.
That's nice. It's very good. Okay, so Corinne, we're talking about you. So you came up with a subject today, and you're like, let's talk about rest day. And I was like, okay, what
Yes.
do you do on rest day?
Well, ideally, you don't do any hard workouts because you're recovering from all the running from the other days of the week. At least for me, I can't run every single day. My body needs to recover one day in between. Um, and yeah, I mean, if I want to do something active, yoga has been really good, or
Oh,
even walking around the block, or doing a photo walk, and just to keep some kind of activity, just not the, because running can be very high impact and hard on your body. And so at least for me, I really need to make sure I take a rest day in between workouts.
ah, okay. That's awesome. Whoa, that's so crazy. So it says on our HAPS that the YouTube failed to connect, but there's a YouTube comment here from Frost09 that says, hello all. So hi Frost09.
Hello.
Apparently we are connected to YouTube. What's up? Like, oh, okay, it did work, but it says it failed. I don't know why. Bad signal. And
Hey,
aloha.
aloha.
That's awesome. So that's part of your rest day routine then. So of course you do need a rest day between all the workouts, and then if you're going to move around, it's going to be something yoga, but probably not the intense yoga that I
Oh
prefer. But
yeah, no vinyasa. It's more like the yin yoga or something really chill.
awesome, I love that. So a restorative yoga. Very
Yes.
nice. I love that. Erica de Los Angeles says, hi, Olivia. Hi. Hi. Hola. Yeah, that's so awesome. So, okay. So that brings me to, of course, it's in the title, so you already know about it, but the new Deep Blue stick. Holy crap.
I'm
I
so
have to
excited
say it.
about that.
I know. Can you believe this? So when they started saying things like Deep Blue Stick is going to be great for like pain, arthritis, inflammation, and I was like, whoa, 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 is the
Right, the
FDA here?
compliance police around.
Yeah, I was like, are they here? Because I'm scared. Why did you say that in front of like 40,000 people? Actually, I think there might have been more this time because it was virtual. But okay, so Pablo says I did my base 5K test to see my time, and it took me 33 minutes. Yikes! Is that bad? That sounds pretty good.
That's not bad. I mean, I'm pretty slow, so that's not
Oh,
bad.
well, coming from someone who can't really do a mile, like that's amazing. So you did it. You did it, Pablo. And
Yeah.
then he said, also, my knees hurt now. Any tips? Pablo, text me your
Oh,
address. I will send you some stuff.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Don't worry. You've got the Haps creator support team over here. He says, my fastest 5K in high school was sub 20 minutes. Whoa.
Wow.
So 5K, 20 minutes. That's like less than 10 minutes, right? A mile. Haha, I'll text you. Yeah, I'll send it over, or I can just like drop it off if I'm passing by. um, yeah, so that's crazy. 5K. But what are you training for? It was about 6:15 a mile. Whoa.
Whoa, that's pretty good.
That's really Oh, so you are a runner, Pablo. Like this is already something like you run. Cause I've never done 6 minutes. That's crazy. Willie says hello. Hello, Willie.
Hello.
Hi. Pablo says was a runner, lol. Now more cyclist. Oh, but you're like
Oh,
active.
cyclist. Yeah, that's
You're
awesome
like
too.
you regularly work out. That's pretty awesome. That's good. Let me see. Um, how you doing? Good. How are you, Willie? That's so interesting. I think um we are such different people before we go to college. I feel like before I like finished high school, I was so much more athletic and like I was like, oh, less than 10 minutes. I mean, those are like times that I probably had in elementary school, right? But and then now I'm looking at it like less than 10 minutes a mile. Probably not anytime soon, not for me. Todd says, hello, Olivia, Karine, Pablo. Hi, Todd. How
Hi,
are
Todd.
you? Hi.
I'd say I'm the complete opposite. I'm more active now than I was when I was younger.
Yeah, see, we're different people because you become like you kind of grow into who you are or who you're gonna become or whatever. But like before, I feel like before I graduated from high school, I was like just so into so many things. Like I was really good at rollerblading and I would ride a bike.
Oh,
Did
I
you know
love
that?
rollerblading.
Yes, see, I was like an avid rollerblader. I loved
Yeah.
rollerblading. I would do like these little tricks and go to the rink. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I would ride my bike all the time. And then recently I tried to ride a bike. Did you know that you can forget how to ride a bike? Yeah, I did.
No, really? It'll
Totally.
come back fast.
It was so bad. I was like, oh my gosh. Todd says, I have peacocks visiting me for the first time at my house. Todd, post photos. Post a photo in the
Oh,
comments.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love peacocks. I actually live right around them. So I live
Oh, do
in Arcadia,
you?
yeah, where there's an arboretum. And originally, Chris and I wanted to have that as our wedding venue. And then COVID happened. And so now then we got Taco Bell, equally as cool.
Are they wild or they're in the area?
They escape from the arboretum
Hmm.
and they hang out in people's lawns and stuff.
Wow.
And then if you accidentally run them over, or geez, if you're crazy and you purposely run them over, it's like $1,000 fine per bird.
Wow, they're protected.
Oh, very much for sure, and they're beautiful.
Yeah,
Pablo says Taco Bell wedding is cooler. I
that's true.
agree.
It is cooler. I love that photo.
And then I was like, oh my gosh, this is like my dream wedding. Cause like, I don't know, I've never been like a wedding person. That's just never been my thing. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I ever even got a fiance. I guess it's a thing. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting married. And then we're like planning a wedding, and I'm like, oh, do we have to do this like big wedding, like with
No,
the
you don't. You can make it your own. And that's what you guys
yeah.
did. It was awesome.
But it was the perfect, like, it was just so perfect because it was like we were about to put the deposit down for the arboretum, and then we're like, let's wait on it. The pandemic happens,
Hmm.
and and the pandemic just kept on happening, and we're like, you know what? Let's just do like the smallest wedding ever, like siblings and cousins only, like close siblings only. There are no parents. Um, no parents or no parent age people or anything. And we just did it at Taco Bell. It was budget friendly. It was hilarious. We
That's
found
awesome.
these little hand puppets that were like tiny hands that I would hold the bouquet with, and it was just so funny. I was like, this is the best thing. This is the best thing ever. I'm so glad this is the way that I got married.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good time. Okay. But anyway, yeah, so rest day. I can't wait for you to try the deep blue stick. I think you're gonna absolutely love it. It's like hands free. Thank you for the super heart, Pablo. So cool.
Cool.
Um, yes, your donations all go to Healing Hands. So whatever donations we get on these marathon chats or whatever HAPS broadcast that I do, it goes straight to Healing Hands. So they all go to 72-hour relief fund kits. Right now, they're going towards the Afghan refugees that are coming in by the thousands a day. So pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
It's so funny. It's like hiding Todd's comment because I think it says peacock in it. So my bird dog just spotted peacocks and chased them away right when I'm ready to do video and pictures. Oh, Pablo, see, it didn't hide your comment.
Hmm. Interesting.
How funny.
Interesting haps.
Yeah, and I have it on the least strict because I'm like totally open with, I don't know, comments and things. Unless it's like really, really bad. Pablo has superpowers. You will never be blocked. You permanently can say whatever thing you want. Yeah. I guess there's like, once in a while, I guess there's gonna be a troll that says something random, but most of the time it's pretty clean. People are usually pretty nice.
Yeah. You know where I used to live in Massachusetts, there was a ton of wild turkeys. And so I'd go out for my runs and I swear I'd run into a huge group of wild turkeys and they can get kind of aggressive.
What? Like they'll
Yeah.
chase
Like
after you?
there's like a male protecting the females and he gets all puffy like the butterball turkey, and it's like, whoa, dude, what are you doing? Okay, I'm going across the street. And they're like a thing in that state,
How funny. Yeah,
which
that
is
that's the thing
random.
at Berkeley. Yeah, at so a ton of us here at HAPS are I think it's because it was like kind of started by a bunch of bears, but at Berkeley I would walk out of my dorm and every morning there would just be like a flock of gigantic turkeys on the lawn, and then I'd like post a story every morning. I'd be like, "Hey, check it out! There's more turkeys. these are these are our like campus pets. How beautiful! A bunch of turkeys, wild turkeys,
Wild
running
turkeys.
around the dorm as they serve turkey in the cafeteria."
Right.
Oh, sorry, friends. But yeah, that's so awesome. So, it sounds like you're on the road to this marathon. So, what is the goal? Are we doing the full 26? A full marathon?
Me? Well, I'm gonna aim for 2022.
Awesome. So do you kind of like work your way into it like you do? Oh, hi Jason Gates on YouTube. Hi. So do you work your way into it like do a 5K first, do a half marathon and then go into the 26, or do you just go like straight for it?
You can go straight for it. It'll take. I mean, for me, starting where I am, since I took a couple years off from running, I'm just being really slow with getting back up to where I used to be. to make sure I don't get hurt or injured, just because, I mean, I went from running several times a week to not doing it for a couple of years. And so starting from scratch is a little hard, but I know I'll get there. And so I'm giving myself a year to get there, and slow and steady.
That's awesome. Okay,
And
well,
ideally, it'll be the Honolulu Marathon in 2022.
ooh, yes. That sounds like you're coming back to the islands.
That would be
That would
awesome.
be amazing. Or unless it's virtual, then you can run from anywhere.
Right. I hope it's not virtual.
When you run a marathon, is there like a cause that you would run for?
You can register on behalf of a charity and fundraise. Depending on the race, that's a way you can get into some of the really big races that are hard to get into, like New York City Marathon or Boston Marathon. So that's one method of being able to run those races if you don't meet the qualifying time.
Ah, so you have to be a certain time to get
Some
in.
races you do, and others it's just their races are so popular that there's like a lottery system and it's just really hard to get in.
I see. That gave me an idea, which would be that you would run for some kind of like healing hands thing.
That's right. You could do
That would
that.
be so cool because then if you do like you're running for the 72-hour kits, that could all go, towards fundraising for whatever natural disasters are going on. So that would be really cool.
That's a great idea.
Yes. I was like, hey, when people run, don't they do these things where you like donate for the run? Like, isn't that cool?
I
That'd
don't
be
know if
so.
you just heard that. There is a storm here.
Oh dear. Okay.
Yeah.
Korean is dealing with a ton of storm warnings, so I've been hearing it. We were talking right before we went live. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's like a bunch of warnings going off. Are you gonna be okay?"
As long as there's no tornadoes, but I better close the window.
No. Yes, close all the windows.
Yeah.
Jason says there was once a turkey at a bus stop at a community college where I am. That's funny. I guess turkeys just like educated people. It's kind of funny. Um, Todd Nance says for a lot of people, just finishing is the cause. LOL.
That's true. That's a big accomplishment.
Yeah, that would be my cause. I'd be like, I completed it. That just sounds so crazy. But then once you run 26 miles, I mean, you're just like, I can do anything. Like,
Exactly.
like hands, and you did it 7 times. Like, whoa, you can really do anything, and you can do it 7 times.
So the plan is to do 10 eventually.
Wow, 3 more to go.
3 more to go.
That's incredible. That is like a life well lived. All right, so I've got to host a Spanish speaking watch party for convention now, but it was always, as always, is always great to talk to you and do marathon chat. Sorry we missed it last week. I don't know if you went on or not.
I didn't. I was watching convention, I believe.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, we were both at convention. It's in different places. I was at convention in Utah, and Kareen was at convention through virtual, but it was
Virtual.
really awesome, and I'm so glad that we were both able to attend one way or another. But yes, every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, which is where she is. Um, we are on marathon chat to give you all of the good tips on marathons. So this is super fun. Thanks, Kareen. Thanks,
Thanks,
everyone.
Olivia. Nice to see you.